Well, good evening. How's everybody doing? I hope you are liking the new programs. Please tell me. If you got a suggestion, I'm open. Give me something if you'd like to be done. Here's the movie star again. Yes, Dusty. What do you want? See, what he wants is his stardom treats every 2 hours since he's been in a film now. That's what he thinks. Okay, Dusty, go on. Go on. Or you can lay down there. Well, I'm going to give you a little bit of information around a fox. Some statistics, and then there's many tales, folklore, stories around a fox. Dusty, you need to move. Okay? Thank you. So, I'm going to share one that's kind of cute. And might have a message in there if you think about it. So, in some of the northern California tribes, nations of people, silver fox is a wise and benevolent spiritual being. In other tribes, such as the Blackfoot and the Apache, fox is associated with fire and the sun. And according to some myths, it was fox who stole fire to bring it to the people. And other nations of people, tribes, have other stories about how fire came to the people and to the animal world. But this is just a general here to give you something. Again, go out and research more. In the northern Midwest and Plains tribes, nations, and I like nations better than I do tribes, but a lot of people connect to tribes, so I'll use that word, tribes, nations. Fox is generally a minor animal spirit associated with intelligence and wisdom, who occasionally help people or animals to solve a problem or punishes somebody careless or arrogant. Foxes are common clan animals in many Native American cultures. Tribes with fox clans include the Creek and the Hopi. That's just to mention a couple of the tribes, the nations. In the Hopi tribe, fox skins are also used as a dance regalia by Kachina dancers and Akiva adornments during ceremonies. The Kit Fox Society, also known as the Swift Fox Warriors, that was new to me on that, was one of the major warrior societies of the Blackfoot tribe and is still an important organization today with them. Now a little story, a fable. Label it as you care to label this. I think it's very cute, and it's just one little story or folklore. There are hundreds of different stories around fox and other animals. But here we go. The rabbit and the fox. One winter rabbit was going along through the snow when he saw a fox. It was too late to hide, for fox had caught rabbit's scent. "I am Fox, the one who eats you," barked Fox. "You cannot escape me." Rabbit began to run for his life. He ran as fast as he could around the trees and between the rocks, making a great circle in hopes that he would lose the fox. But when he looked back, he saw the fox was gaining on him very quickly. "I am Fox," barked again. "You cannot escape." Rabbit knew he had to use his wits. He slipped off his moccasins and said, "Run on ahead of me." The moccasins began to run, leaving tracks in the snow. Then, using his magic power, Rabbit made himself look like he was dead. Half-rotten Rabbit laid down by the trail. When Fox came to the dead rabbit, he did not even stop to sniff at it. "This meat has gone bad," he said. Then, seeing the tracks that led on through the snow, he took up the chase again and finally caught up with Rabbit's old moccasins. "Ah," Fox snarled. "This time he has fooled me. Next time I will eat the meat, no matter how rotten it looks." He began to backtrack. Just as he expected, when he came to the place where the dead rabbit had been, it was gone. There were tracks leading away through the bushes, and Fox began to follow them. He hadn't gone far when he came upon an old woman sitting by the trail. In front of her was a pot, and she was making stew. "Sit down, grandson," she said. "Have some of the good stew." Fox sat down. "Have you seen a rabbit go by?" "Yes," said the old woman, handing him a beautiful carved wooden bowl filled with hot stew. "I saw a very skinny rabbit go by. There was no flesh on his bones, and he looked old and tough." "I am going to eat that rabbit," said Fox. "Indeed," said the old woman, "you will surely do so," for the rabbit looked tired and frightened. He must have known you were close behind him. "Now eat the good stew I have given you." Fox began to eat, and he did so. He looked at the old woman. "Why do you wear those two tall feathers on your head, old woman?" he asked. "These feathers," said the old woman, "I wear them to remind me of my son, who is a hunter. Look behind you. Here he comes now." Fox turned and looked. As he did so, the old woman threw off her blankets, leaped high in the air. She went right over Fox's head and hit him hard with a big stick that had been hidden under the blankets. When Fox woke up, his head was sore. He looked for the stew pot, but all he could see was a hollow stump. He looked for the wooden soup bowl, but all he could find was a folded piece of bark with mud and dirt, water in it. All around him were rabbit tracks. So he had been fooled again. It will be the last time. He jumped up and began to follow the tracks once more. Before he had gone, for he came to a man sitting by the trail. The man held a turtle shell rattle in his hand and was dressed as a medicine man. "Have you seen a rabbit go by?" asked Fox. "Indeed," said the medicine man, "and he looked sick and weak." "I'm going to eat that rabbit," Fox said. "Ah," said the medicine man, "that is why he looked so afraid. When the great warrior like you decides to catch someone, surely he cannot escape." Fox was very pleased. "Yes," he said, "I am Fox. No rabbit alive can escape me." "But grandson," said the medicine man, shaking his turtle shell rattle, "what has happened to your head? You are hurt." "It is nothing," said the fox. "A branch fell and struck me." "Grandson," said the medicine man, "you must let me treat that wound so that it will heal quickly. Rabbit cannot go far. Come here and sit down." Fox sat down, and the medicine man came close to him. He opened up his pouch and began to sprinkle something into the wound. Fox looked closely at the medicine man. "Why are you wearing 2 feathers?" he asked. "These 2 feathers," the medicine man answered, "show that I have great power. I just have to shake them like this, and an eagle will fly down. Look over there. An eagle is flying down now." Fox looked, and he did so. The medicine man leaped high in the air over Fox's head and struck him hard with his turtle shell rattle. When Fox woke up, he was alone in a small clearing. The wound on his head was full of burrs and thorns. The medicine man was gone, and all around him were rabbit tracks. "I will not be fooled again," Fox snarled. I gave a loud, terrible war cry. "I am Fox," he shouted. "I am Fox." Ahead of him on the trail, Rabbit heard Fox's war cry. He was still too tired to run, and so he turned himself into an old dead tree. When Fox came to the tree, he stopped. "This tree must be Rabbit," he said, and he struck at one of the small dead limbs. It broke off and fell to the ground. "No," said Fox, "I am wrong. This is indeed a tree." He ran on again until he realized the tracks he was following were old ones. He had been going in a circle. "That tree," he said. He hurried back to the place where the tree had been. It was gone. But there were a few drops of blood on the ground where the small limb had fallen. Though Fox didn't know it, the branch he had struck had been the end of Rabbit's nose. And ever since, the rabbit's nose has been quite short. Leading away into the bushes were fresh rabbit tracks. "Now I shall catch him," Fox shouted loudly. Rabbit was worn out. He had used all of his tricks, and still Fox was after him. He came to a dead tree by the side of the trail. He ran around it 4 times. With the last great leap, jumped into the middle of some blackberry bushes close by. Then, holding his breath, he waited. Fox came to the dead tree and looked at the rabbit tracks all around it. "Ah," Fox laughed. "You are trying to trick me again." He bit at the dead tree, and a piece of rotten wood came away to his mouth. "Ha," Fox said, "you have even made yourself taste like a dead tree. But I am Fox. I am Fox. You cannot fool me again." Then, coughing and choking, Fox ate the whole tree. From his hiding place in the blackberry bushes, Rabbit watched and tried not to laugh at him. When Fox had finished his meal, he went away, still coughing and choking and not feeling well at all. After a time, Rabbit came out of his hiding place and went on his way. This story was compiled by Glenn Winkler and copyrighted in 1993-2014. So I hope you enjoy that little story. I think it's a cute one, and I do believe there's a good message in there if you think about that. Thank you so much again. When this one's being aired, and last week when it aired, I was out of town. And don't know, but I probably need to make 1 or 2 more. I might be out of town even a little longer. So again, I hope you enjoy. Keep safe. Keep healthy. If you have not gotten your 2 shots, please get them done. You don't become magnetic, and if you do, I got cheated because I didn't get magnetic. The phone, tools don't jump off the bench and stick to me. The needle is so small you don't feel it. There can't be a chip in it, and all the other crazy, stupid stories out there. Get your shots. Protect not only yourself, but protect all those around you. Think of your elders. Think of those that have cancer possibly in your family. Their immune system is not there at all. And if you are carrying it, you get it. Think about it. Take care of your elders. Thank you so much. We'll see you and talk to you later. Thank you, Dusty.